Hi, my name's Young Hindi, and I'm a Managed File Transfer Solutions Engineer at Axway, and I'm here to dive into Axway Secure Client. Axway Secure Client is an easy-to-use client that enables a user to connect to a remote FTP, SFTP, HTTP site to upload files or pull files from that site. Axway Secure Client is specifically a client, which means remote applications cannot connect to that client. We can see in the diagram I can send and retrieve data from my partners, but I can also talk to my internal applications all with the same client with the protocol of choice. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the Secure Client now, and we can see the many options and ways to use it. At the top, I can ad hoc share files by connecting to one of my partners. I can schedule transfers, either retrieving or sending files automatically. I can manage the sites and partners that I connect with, and I have many advanced features and settings that go along with that. Let's start off with my need to send some invoices to my external partner. I have a folder called Contract to Partners, and that is where these files need to go. I'll begin by logging into the site, and we'll see that folder called Contract to Partners. So I'll connect as John, and on that right-hand side again, Contract to Partners, and this is that remote site or server on the right-hand side. On the left-hand side, we have my computer and the files that I need to send. I'll go ahead and I'll select all of these, right-click, and upload the selected files. I can also drag and drop if I needed to as well. At the bottom, we will see a successful transfer that I just performed, and if I double click onto that, I can see further details if I need. What we saw was how quickly I can send files to Daniel. It's easy and simple. Now that we see how easy a file transfer was, let's dig deeper on how I did that. We need to be able to connect to a site, and I already have some saved sites here, and we can see that under Site Manager if I go to View All Sites. Here we have the name of the site, the protocol, the host or IP address, the port, and the user ID being used. I can also manage any one of these by double-clicking on them. Now, we need to add another site, and I can do so by creating a new site, and we can see here the various fields that are needed to create this new site, such as the IP address, the port, and the authentication. But if I click on the protocol, the fields change a little bit. So under FTP, HTTP, and back to SSH FTP that I'm using for my other sites. And if we need some advanced features, we also have those too under Advanced. In here, such as email notifications, send emails when a file transfer completes, notified on success or failures. Maybe we want to automatically compress files when sending or decompress files when receiving. We can find that under Transfer. I can also throttle bandwidth utilization, limit the rate at which I can send and retrieve files. And all these options are easy to configure and configured per site, which adds flexibility for you and your partner. Now that we saw the ad hoc share and how to add a site, we want to be able to schedule a daily job, so I'm not doing this every day manually. If I click on Schedule a Transfer, we can see the different fields that are needed, but I can also, through this, I can schedule whether or not I want to upload or download files from that site. It could be an external partner, or it could be that internal application. And we can see some of the fields do change. And if I take a look at the site, we can see the existing sites that I have that I can manage through Secure Client. So what I'll do in the transfer queue, I have some existing jobs that are already scheduled to run. I can click on any one of these, and I can see the details of each job. I can also edit them if I need to, and we can see it's pulling up the job named Daniel, that it's downloading files, where it's downloading those files, and how often I'm going to download those files. And within that transfer queue, I have other options, such as pausing that job, resume it. If I paused it, I can cancel and delete it. I can resubmit it if there's problems. And that's all found right here. Now let's talk about self-service when a problem happens. So I have a job that failed, and I can figure out what happened and why. So we see here, we have a job that failed in the transfer queue, and I can double click on this, and we can see the error is stating that it's missing those files that it was trying to upload. I've already gone ahead and fixed the problem. I've place those files where they should have been, and I can resubmit that job. So now the job has been resubmitted, and we see that the send invoices job has now completed. And if I double click on that, we have a successful transfer. Secure Client has an easy to use interface and requires no scripting. We saw that I can ad hoc share files, but I can also schedule file transfer jobs too. Files are secure and guaranteed delivery, advanced file transfer functionality and multi-protocol support, self-service capabilities enabling users to see problems and resolve them quickly.